Welcome back to Dubbzi Bricks, and here we are in the future Lego room, and yes, it is raining outside. It's supposed to be dry today. I thought I'd finally get the felt on the roof, but it is raining. It's only supposed to be for a couple of hours, but tomorrow is supposed to be dry, so fingers crossed that will be the case, and I can finally get that part done, because it's the one thing I really do want to get done. So today I'm going to be concentrating on the remainder of the floorboards, getting them all put along here. I still need to do a little bit up here. I want to put a connection between the main roof joist and the ceiling joist, just so that if for any reason the weight of the plasterboard, I don't want these to bow, so I'm just thinking it's belt and braces. It's going to just give it a little bit more structural strength on there. And another thing I do need to do as well, which I totally forgot about, is I need to drill some holes in the wall so I can put an air vent in for the loft space. Obviously you don't want all the hot air getting trapped up there, and again I need to do the same on a couple of the walls here as well. So yeah, lots of things I haven't thought about in the past that keeps springing to mind, and these are the things that happen when you're not a builder and it's the first time you've done a project like this. But yeah, anyway, let's start by getting this floor sorted out. Just going to carry on working along here. There's a lot more room in here now. I took the majority of the wood out yesterday. I did purposely bring these pieces in case the weather changed, as I knew I was going to need those for the roof. So I'm going to start off, I think, by chopping these bits up, and then I can put them up there later on. But yeah, we should be able to get a fair whack done today. The plasterboard and the insulation for the walls and the ceiling should be arriving either today or tomorrow, I'm hoping. So it would be good to get the floor all down so I can just bring it straight in here and I'm not constantly moving it from one place to the other. And that is the floor all done, and it's so nice to have all that black covered over with this nice pine wood. And yesterday I had the delivery come through for the Celotex. That's all the insulation there for the walls and the ceiling, and I've also got all of the plasterboard just there as well. So now that I've got those in, that's all good. Now the weather is really nice today, so I'm going to be going up on the roof now, and I'm going to start doing all of the felting up there, and fingers crossed I can get that all done today. Once I've done that, I'm going to be turning my attention to this wall here, and we've got all the electrics in along here ready. The fuse box is going to be going up here, and then I'm just going to start insulating it, board it all over, and then work my way around the room. I don't want to have to keep moving the materials, and my thought is by the time I get around to here, the amount of plasterboard is going to be dramatically reduced, and then I can just move it all over into this corner here and then just carry on going along. And I'm going to try and get a friend to come over and help me board up the ceiling, because I don't really fancy lifting all of those plasterboard sheets up there single-handedly. It's going to be, they're heavy enough as it is. I think they're about 25 kilos each. So it's not so much the weight of them, it's just their awkward shape to hold them up there and then screw them all in place at the same time. I think you can get some devices which help you to hold them in place while you're fitting them, but again, trying to keep the costs down and don't really want to have to buy something that I'm only going to use in this one project. So yeah, there it is. But anyway, let's get up on that roof and let's start felting. It's done. I finally got around to getting the roof all felted over. It's taken a couple of days, and well, I started yesterday, got it finished this morning, ran out of nails, got through so many of that, over 2 kilos of the tack nails there. And one thing I will be doing is putting some corrugated iron on the very top of it eventually, just for an extra level of protection. As the felt, it says it's only got a 5-year lifespan, so if I put some corrugated iron on the top of it or something like that, then it should last a lot longer, which is obviously the thing that we want to do. So that's all done, that's good. So now it doesn't matter if it chucks down, it's going to stay dry inside, and I guarantee now that I finished it, the sun's going to come out for the next couple of months, which will be good. So the next thing now is I need to wait for the plasterer to get him in. Now the electrician, I've booked him in, and he is coming over. He's flying over from the UK on the 31st of July for a couple of days. So that's when I've got to get all of the electrics inside ready for. That's not going to be a problem. And once he's been, the plasterer can come and do his part. The windows, as I mentioned before, they're potentially 8 weeks away. So it's taken a bit of pressure off. So I now know that 8 weeks is realistically the soonest I'm actually going to be getting inside there. But again, that's not too much of a problem, and I'm not too disheartened by that in a way, because basically means that I can get Mandalore finished before moving into the building, so I can get all of the parts, get Mandalore finished, get Mandalore dismantled once I've finished it, get all the bricks ready, And also it means I've got 8 weeks where I can crack on and do another build ready for Gotham City when we move in there. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. And we have wires going all over the place, and it's so nice to start this part of the build. Over in the top corner is where the fuse box is going to be, so I put all the wires in I need to along this wall. So we're going to have a plug socket down the bottom there, one a little bit higher up because I'm anticipating having a desk over there. And I want one with the USB holes in the plug socket as well, so I thought get up higher and then that should do. Then there's going to be another one down in the corner. So I'm going to board this wall up, or insulate it and then board it up, and then I'll make a start on doing that one. Obviously at the moment I've got all the Celotex in the way. Also need to put a plug socket down on the bottom corner just down there as well. So that's where we'll finish off. So the final plug socket will go up to the fuse box. But yeah, it's really nice, as I said, to start doing the electrical side of it. Although I won't actually be installing any electrics myself, I'm just getting all of the wires all ready for the Sparky. So anyway, let's start cutting some more Celotex up, get it put into all of the holes in between all the stud work there, and then we put the plasterboard on, and then we'll finally have a wall that's ready for plastering. And a fair bit of progress has happened here in the Lego room. We've managed to get 3 of the walls pretty much all plasterboarded. Just need to do around the door here, and this final wall, which I have already started here. The electrics, I've got one more cable here, which I've got to put through the beams. Then there'll be a couple of plug sockets down that corner, and then we'll lead up to the fuse box area. But I am running out of time rapidly. Today is Friday, and I've still got to get the roof section here all done. So I need to put some more knockings in place for where the plasterboard's actually going to be going, just so I can screw that in place. And I need to get all of that ready before Sunday, as I've got somebody coming over, a friend coming over Sunday to help me put the plasterboard up on the ceiling. So need to get that all done. And another thing I need to do as well is I still need to drill the holes in the walls for the air vents, and I'm also going to be putting a couple up in the loft area as well, so the air can circulate up there. So plenty to crack on with. And yeah, I've got today and part of tomorrow. I haven't done any work on Mandalore at all this week, so unfortunately there won't be a Mandalore update. It's just the Lego room update, but we'll be back at Mandalore first thing on Monday. The good thing is, once I've got the roof section up in here, there's nothing more I can do till the tradesmen have come. So the electrician, as mentioned before, he's coming on the 31st of July to wire in all of the electrics. Once he's been, I can get the plaster in. Hopefully he'll only be in a couple of days, or it'll only be a few days before he can come in, and then it's just the windows and doors to be fitted. Once all that's happened, I can decorate and then move in here. And finally got all of the walls plasterboarded, ready to be plastered. And still need to cut out half the window just there, which is easy to do. And still need to put a shed load of screws in the lower sections. But as I mentioned before, getting really low on time. I've got to start doing the noggins for the ceiling where the panels are going to join each other. So I've got a load up there already, but they're not in the right spot. So I just need to put some more up there, and that's going to take a few hours to do. I still need to do the 2 holes in the wall for the air circulation in the loft area. Over here I have put one in which leads outside, and that's worked out really well. And the other one I need to put in will be between the 2 windows. It's drilled on the outside. I just need to cut the hole in the plasterboard and the Celotex. But yeah, getting there slowly but surely. And there it is, all of the plasterboard is up, and what a day it has been. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, came out pretty much straight away, and today's Sunday, and I've been really lucky. I've had a really good friend, Ronan, come over today, and he has been helping all day, put the Celotex up, the plaster up. Mrs. Dubbzi Bricks has been out here helping as well, and couldn't have done it without them. It has been a hard slog, and we didn't finish till gone 7 tonight, so it really has been a hard day. The shoulders were just aching so much. We were covered in all of the dust, all of the Celotex shavings and things like that. Just even with a mask on, you can still taste it. Oh, it's horrible. But yeah, we're finally there. All the offcuts, got to get rid of all that, clear it all out. But it's so nice to be at this stage. You can see the room now, how big it's going to be, how good it's going to be. And already, yeah, I'm just so excited for what comes next. And it's now over to the professionals. The Sparky's coming on the 31st of July. I've got to pick him up from the airport. He's flying over from the UK to do the work for me. And so we're going to get all the electrics done then. as soon as that's done, we'll get the plaster in. I spoke to the plasterer's father-in-law yesterday, who's our next door neighbour, and he said he can come anywhere, so that's good. So that shouldn't take too long, and then it's just over to the windows and the door. So I think we've got about 7 weeks, hopefully, the latest. But again, that could be sooner. But yeah, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel finally, and so excited. But yeah, it's amazing how hard it was today. I didn't expect it to take anywhere near as long, but it was just putting the Celotex in the ceiling. And as I said, couldn't have done it without Ronan or Mrs. Dubbzi Briggs. It was they really are two legends, two superstars. Lucky to have them in my life. But yeah, there it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this update. Now that I've gone as far as I can go with this, it's going to be back to building Lego on a more regular basis, which I'm really excited about. So unfortunately, there was no Mandalore this week, as I had to get this done. I had to get the walls all done ready for today for the roof, but I'll be working on that this week. And I think if I got all the parts I need for Mandalore, it could be done within 2 or 3 weeks. And obviously Gotham, we've now started working on the stock exchange again, so that'll be coming up this Wednesday, I hope, or hopefully it'll be Wednesday we'll be putting a video out on that. But there it is. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. And if you know anybody else you think would be interested in building a Lego room, building Gotham, or building Mandalore, if you could share the channel with them, it'd be much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for hopping on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.